Hello and good afternoon and welcome to the DCBL Stadium in Widnes, where we're here for Betfred Championship Round 19 clash between the Widnes Vikings and Featherstone Rovers. Featherstone come back into this game on the back of a handy win against Batley last time out, getting over the Bulldogs 24 points to 16 thanks to a strong second half performance from James Ford's men, but they saw themselves drop out of the playoff places with Doncaster getting a result against Toulouse yesterday, but knowing that a win today over Widnes could propel them back into the Championship's top six. Widnes come into the game in fourth, thanks to a 24 points to 12 win on the road over Whitehaven, and they've been in good form of late, cementing themselves among one of the premier sides in the Championship. But Featherstone, of course, getting the better of Widnes the last time these two sides met, with two late tries to Connor win at Post Office Road, handing Featherstone the 32 points to 24 win over the Vikings, and they'll be looking to make it to complete the regular season double over the Vikings this afternoon. We're just a few minutes away from kick-off here. The team news is in. We'll start with Featherstone, who make three changes to the side that beat Batley last time out through injury. Connor Barley, Connor Wynn and Caleb Aikens all dropping out of the side. But James Ford able to recall Connor Jones after a two-match absence. Wellington Albert, after missing the last 7 games, is on the bench alongside Sammy Kabula. And with a little bit of rejigging around in the back line, with Josh Hardcastle starting on the wing. Connor Jones comes back into the side, but into the centres, with Danny Addy reverting back, as he has done many times this year, reverting back into the halves. So Featherstone's line up like this. Greg Eden is the fullback, the three-quarter line of Maddox Jeffrey, Greg Minican, Connor Jones and Josh Hardcastle. Ben Reynolds partners Danny Addy in the halves. Addy captains the side. Up front for Featherstone, James Lockwood, Harry Bowes, Ben Nakabawai, Brad Day, Jack Bussey and Jimmy Beckett rounding off the starting side. On the bench for Rovers, Wellington Albert, Jack Arnold, Gadwin Springer, Sammy Kabula, Charlie Harris is the 18th man. Widnes, they make just 2 changes to their side, with Zach Bardsley Rowe and Matty Fozzard dropping out, and they're able to recall Matt Fleming and Lloyd Roby onto the bench. So Alan Coleman's side line up like this. Jack Owens is the fullback, the three-quarter line of Mike Butt, Matt Fleming, Keenan Brand and Ryan Ince. Joe Lyon's partners Tom Gilmore in the halves. Up front for the Vikings, Liam Kirk, Jordan Johnston and Dan Murray, with Max Roberts, Ryan Lannon and Nathan Wild rounding off the starting 13. On the bench for the home side, Sam Brooks, Liam Bent, Lloyd Roby and Lucas Green. Matty Fozzard this week is the 18th man. As we're just waiting for the two sides to come out onto the DCBL Stadium. It's a very warm and overcast afternoon here in Widnes, and Featherstone need a big performance. There's been a lot of talk in recent weeks about the personnel they are missing. Of course, there's plenty of players playing out of position in today's game. James Ford calling on all available fit players to make up his 17, but still plenty of experience and plenty of firepower in that lineup, and he'll be looking for a big performance from his side this afternoon as the two sides come out onto the field. And this is the 35th meeting in the summer era between the two clubs. Widnes, of course, having the better of the head-to-head in the recent seasons, of course, with all those seasons they spent in Super League as well, having a break between the fixtures, competitive fixtures they played against Featherstone. Featherstone have a good record on this ground in recent years, having won the last 3 visits on this pitch, including a 30 points to 0 win last time out in this fixture last year, with Gareth Gale, of course, not playing today, suspended, getting a hat-trick. And as we said, the two sides are out. Widnes in their traditional white and black strip, Featherstone in their changed turquoise and navy strip. The man in the middle this afternoon, the referee, Matty Lynn. And we're just about ready to get things underway. Full uninterrupted commentary, this Betfred Championship Round 19 clash. Widnes Vikings versus Featherstone Rovers. You're listening live on FR TV. Can Featherstone get the win on the road here, get themselves back into the playoff places? A big fixture. They know they've got the wood over Widnes so far this season. Can they complete the regular season double over the Vikings? Different prospect on this artificial pitch, and of course on Widnes' home turf. A healthy crowd's turned up, including the travelling support of Featherstone to watch this one. Just about ready to kick things off here. Ball is on the tee. Featherstone are attacking from right to left as we see it, but Widnes will have first use of the ball. As Ben Reynolds puts boot to ball, we are underway. Ball taken And the first carry is Liam Kirk, just crashes into the Featherstone defence. He's put to ground at 15 metres away from his own line. Second carry up and over the 20 for the Vikings. Dan Murray, the man, will play the ball. Johnston. And just up and over the 30, go Widnes. Good tackle in there from Danny Addy. Ball comes back in field to Gilmore. Out it comes to Lyons now, to Owens. They're spreading it early here, give it some width, and Butt had to spin and take it, and that just knocked him off his stride enough for Connor Jones to put him on the turf. 5 short of halfway Widnes. Come forward again, Roberts it is, keeps hold of it, and he's bundled back over the halfway line in the tackle of Beckett and Nakabawai. This will be the last one for the home side. Owens is going to do the kicking, puts it high, he's got plenty on that. And Eden will have to go back and take that one just shy of his own try line. Has a little bit of room to move, and he'll eventually be taken to ground. And in fact, he's driven backwards another couple of metres, and a trio of Widnes defenders there, and he'll play the ball just over his own 10-metre line eventually. A very slow play of the ball. It's Hardcastle operating on the wing this afternoon, comes in for that tough carry, makes a good 3 or 4 metres after contact. Jeffrey, early touch for him, just his 3rd professional game after joining from Wigan. Plays it on the 30. Nakabawai, route 1 straight through the middle, keeps those legs pumping, takes a couple of defenders up to the 40. Good carry from the Featherstone prop forward. Bowes at acting half. Lockwood, a little bit of ball playing to Beckett, who was excellent last week in his first game back since joining from Dewsbury. Plays it 5 short of halfway. Last tackle, Addy will kick, puts it high again. This will be a little bit of a tester at Ince, where he takes it cleanly under no real pressure from the players. And he's enveloped by the Featherstone defence, and a little bit of an awkward looking tackle there. And he's stayed on the ground there, Ryan. As you could see from here, it looked like a bit of an awkward one. No malice in that one, just the way that it came down. There was some pressure. His head caught in an awkward position. Ince looks okay. The referee and touch judge is not calling anything live, so we'll be interested to see whether there's a review or any action taken here. Tom Gilmore is in the ear of the referee. He believes that Widnes should have a penalty. As Ince is just getting some attention, the physio puts the thumbs up. He's going to be okay to carry on, thankfully. And the play, it will just be play on. Bussy, the man in the tackle with Addy. So Widnes will take over possession on their own 20. Couple of minutes gone here at the DCBL Stadium. Widnes 0, Featherstone 0. Widnes just their 2nd set of possession. They come forward now through Murray. Murray out to Lyons, who gives it some width, and wrapped up on the 40 there. There's Roberts who plays the ball. Short side play for Lyons, comes off his right foot, tackled down low there by Lockwood. Good tackle on the halfway line. Johnston at acting half. Kirk onto his prop forward partner Murray, who beat the first tackle and will play it 40 metres away from the Featherstone line. This will be the last one. Gilmore puts it high again. This will be a bit more of a tester. Eden's got to come forward for it, gets off the ground well, claims it safely, and salvages possession for Featherstone. Start their set on their 20. Jeffrey, play 2. He's put to ground in a smothering tackle there with 3 Vikings. Kirk, chief tackler there. Hardcastle, straight up carry. That's a good run from Josh Hardcastle. Played a lot of his season so far in the back row. A big strong ball carrier and got plenty of ground forward. A quick play of the ball as well for Minikin, who's already up and over the 40 now, middle of the tackle count for Featherstone. Lockwood, short ball there for Nakabawai, and they're up and over the halfway, and in fact up to Widnes' 40 on the last. Featherstone have put together a good set of 6 here. Ball will come out to Reynolds on the last, comes off his left foot, hoists it high again. Owens will be underneath this one, and he's dropped it, but it's gone backwards. In fact, he's given it a knock on against the Widnes fullback, and he punches the ball to the ground. He's furious. Don't know whether he's furious with the decision or with himself. And it's always the risk you run when the ball comes free, 50-50. Of whether it's going to be called a knock-on or whether that went backwards, and the referee ruling in Featherstone's favour there, so they will have a scrum feed 10 metres away from the Widnes line. An early opportunity here with just 4 minutes gone. Looking to post first points here, Featherstone. The kicker's only going high from the boot so far, and Owens with an early mistake, and that will certainly be something that gets further examination. The scrum feed is won. Eden drops off Jones, operating in the centres, and Widnes offside immediately from that scrum. So the tackle count will be wiped clean. You'd imagine it will be a tap and go here for Featherstone as Jones wants to get on with it quickly. In fact, he just gives the ball to Bowes now, and Bowes taps and gets us back underway. Addy, ball playing in the middle, gives it to Lockwood. Lockwood looking to get the arm free. The ball comes spinning out the back, and that's a knock on. And frustration for both sets of players now, with Featherstone turning the ball over on just the second tackle in the Widnes 20, and a half chance goes begging there for the visitors. 5 minutes of the game gone at the DCBL Stadium. Widnes 0, Featherstone 0. You're listening live on FRTV. Squandering the opportunity there. James Lockwood just trying to get his arm free. It was an uncontrolled offload, hit a Widnes man and given us a knock on. Widnes now with the scrum feed win have the chance to clear their line. As they come forward, Butt it is who's put on the ground there. On his just short of his 20. They come forward again through Ince, who seems to have shaken off that earlier knock. He's wrapped up by Harry Bowes and Jack Bussey. Here they come again. Nathan Wild operating through the middle. They come forward again. Good shot over the top there. Nakabawai. The ball comes out to Owens on the last. Punches the ball downfield, just gets it just beyond Hardcastle, who tracks back to pick it up on the 10. And careers back into the Widnes line and up and over the 20. 3 big touches, 3 big carries from Josh Hardcastle so far, playing on the wing. Jones just taking a straight up yardage carry here. Hauled to ground there by Roberts. Featherstone struggling to get forward here, getting pushed back in the tackles a little bit. It's Eden this time, plays it on the 30. Lockwood just straight up carry, up and over the 40-metre line. Good relieving run from the experienced Featherstone front rower. They come down the blind side. Reynolds, stutters, stips, gives it to Day. Day's put on the ground in a good tackle by Brand, and he's held up there a couple of metres into Widnes territory. On the last, Reynolds kicking under pressure. Puts another one up to Owens, and Owens takes this one safely, hands it off this time to Butt. Butt is smashed backwards in a great tackle there from Brad Day. Good kick chase from Featherstone on that occasion. So Widnes looking to clear their line. Owens looking to atone for that early mistake. Takes Lockwood a couple of metres forward before being put on the deck. 25 out from his own line. Ince off the left foot. Just weaving in traffic. Put to ground by Nakabawai in there to help out was Day. Middle of the tackle count for Widnes. They come short side again. Roberts pinballs away from one, and Featherstone are found offside, encroaching inside the 10 there. And the partisan Widnes crowd in front of us celebrating that one, as this kick to touch from Lyons will put Widnes on the attack for the first time in this game, the first time they'll have had a tackle inside the Featherstone half. So they come forward now, centre field, it comes to Gilmore on to Wild, who's put to ground 30 metres away from the line. Just the first tackle for the Vikings. Gilmore, short pass there for Lannan. Lannan's into the backfield. That's a great try saver from Eden, who did just enough to put him on the ground with help from Beckett. 10 metres out now, Widnes. Murray, out it comes to Lyons. Lyons, flat pass there for Roberts. That's a great tackle, but the play has been called back here for an incorrect play of the ball. And it'll be a turnover. Featherstone's ball on the 10-metre line. Great defence it was. I think it was Connor Jones who got around the bootlaces there of the Widnes man, but it didn't matter anyway, as there was an error in the play of the ball in the build-up. And neither side in the opening 8.5 minutes of this one have been able to put any sustained pressure together on their opposition line. It's Featherstone coming forward through Minican. Slow play the ball centre field. Hardcastle again. Just fighting for every inch. Plays it 25 out. Lockwood bent head rock back in that tackle with Johnston. First contact with help from Kirk. But Lockwood still managing to make 5 or 6 metres after contact up and over the 30. Nakabawai, they're going right here. Addy, flat pass there for Bussey, who had to reach behind him to take it, but still managed to make ground up towards the halfway line. Couple of tackles still to come for Featherstone. Bowes scampers out a dummy half. Good 12 metres or so there. into Widnes' half. This will be the last one for Featherstone again. The kick comes out to Eden, who just puts plenty on it. It's gone sky high there, looking to put Owens under pressure. Owens takes it well, and he's tackled by Maddox Jeffrey, but deemed to have been done so illegally, tackling him in the air, and another let off and an easy touch finder for Widnes coming up here. So just a little bit overzealous on the chase there, Maddox Jeffrey. The kick from Eden got plenty on it, and Owens, to be fair to him, has put one down already this afternoon, got up high to take it, and Jeffrey couldn't disappear. Made contact with him, and Widnes now off the back of that penalty start their set 10 metres into Featherstone's half. For several sets of hands, it finds Murray. In fact, it was Kirk, I beg your pardon. They come short side now. Lyons gives it to Roberts. Good low tackle there. Up and under the ball from Ben Reynolds. 30 metres out now, Widnes. 2 tackles gone. Murray takes the pass from Lyons, spins away from 2, tries to do the same to Beckett, who comes again and puts him to ground. 25 away from the line. Lyons to Gilmore. Gilmore out to Owens now. They stack the side. The ball comes wide to Ince. Ince is one-on-one with Eden. It's a forward pass. He'd beaten Greg Eden to score in the corner. In fact, it's a penalty, I beg your pardon, for the interference. A Widnes lead runner taking a Featherstone man out. So possibly a little bit of a let-off for Featherstone, who'd been stretched on that side. And Widnes not happy with that decision, but Featherstone now with a chance to clear their line. So a little bit of a scrappy start from both sides when it comes to good ball, having opportunities, coming up with errors and ill discipline. With 11 minutes gone here at the DCBL Stadium, it's still Widnes 0, Featherstone 0, if you're listening live on FRTV. And Featherstone off the back of that penalty have their first tackle. A couple of metres Widnes' side of halfway, and it's Bussey. Gets up to play the ball slowly. Addy, short pass there for Lockwood. Lockwood just standing in the tackle, goes forward, put to ground by his opposite number, Murray. 40 metres out now, Featherstone. Bowes to Addy. Addy out the back, it goes to Reynolds, and Bussey, who was one-on-one, and he got some help in the end, Gilmore, from Nathan Wild to put him on the ground, and he's a little bit ginger to get up there, Jack Bussey. 30 metres away from the line now. Addy operating at half-back again, out to Reynolds. There's some space here now for Eden. Eden gives it out to Jones. Jones dummies, weaves around his man, and he's put to ground on the 10 there. And he does very well to stay on his feet and then goes to ground 10 metres away. Tight to this near touchline. The ball comes back in field to Addy. Long looping pass out to Reynolds. On to Nakabawai. Nakabawai steaming through traffic, almost burst the line there. He's put to ground a metre out. Last tackle. Lockwood, all or nothing play. And a 6 again coming against Widnes on the last tackle. They weren't square. They thought they were getting the ball back. In fact, the tackle can't wipe clean. Nakabawai straight off the back of the ruck. He's put to ground half a metre short, just to the right-hand side of the post. This is just the first tackle for Featherstone. Bowes, ball shuffled out to Reynolds, comes off his right foot. He's put to ground in a good tackle from Owens. Just losing a bit of territory there. Bowes, off a quick play of the ball. Drops off Beckett. Beckett looking to pinch another one there from close range. He can't do so this time. He's put to ground a blade of grass short. Ball comes back through the middle of the field. Addy, out to Reynolds. Reynolds, double pumped, gives it into the arms of him. Widnes man, and Brand is called back. The referee has blown a knock on here against Widnes, I believe. And the Widnes fans are absolutely beside themselves. They're not happy with that call. It was Reynolds who got the ball. It got knocked down, I think, or at least some contact. The ball ended up bouncing along the deck straight to the arms of Keenan Brand, who burst one tackle and he was away 90 metres down the field. And he's actually given Widnes the ball, so a very interesting call from the referee, and that draws boos from all around the stadium and the fans in front of us, and it must confess a little bit of confusion really if there was a knock-on from Widnes in that build-up. Not sure why play wasn't allowed to go on, but fortunately for Featherstone, it's the next best thing for Widnes. They will get possession, but it will be 10 metres away. I don't know if there's a bit of miscommunication between the referee and the touch judges there. The referee blew his whistle to pull play up straight away. Then on reflection, they've given Widnes the ball. And the scrum feed is won. Ince. The crowd just settling back down now in front of us. Plays it 20 metres out. Come forward again. Keenan Brand. And it was actually, on that previous play, Matt Fleming, the right centre, who got away to look to go and score the try. But he was denied by the officials as Widnes come wide again, and that's a great tackle. In off the right edge was Minican to close down the danger on Owens and put stop to that play on the halfway line. Johnston goes left, then comes right. It's a bumping off tackle there from Kirk, but Lockwood came again there to make the effort. This will be the last one. 40 metres out, Gilmore kicks it. Another high testing one, swirling around, taken by Eden well there. And Eden will be brought to ground 10 metres away from his own line. Quarter of an hour gone here in Widnes. It's Widnes Vikings 0, Featherstone Rovers 0. And Widnes probably having the best chance so far off the back of that error from Featherstone, but not able to convert it as they come forward again. Jones skipped out a dummy half in his more familiar position, but wrapped up in the tackle there of Fleming. Centre field it comes to Addy, who just takes the carry himself this time. Poked his nose through the lines, finds his front. 5 short of halfway, and he's told to go back and play the ball properly. And this time Reynolds puts it high again, and Butt this time underneath it. And he's immediately put to ground there by Jones and Brad Day, 20 metres out. So nothing to choose between the two sides here as we approach the end of the opening 20 minutes. Fleming, the man playing it. Ball comes out now to Roberts. Roberts just keeps hold of it, trying to bully his way forward. He's put to ground in the tackle of Nakabawai, and Day plays it on his own 40. Wild, upended in the tackle from Day. Over the top was Bose. Over the halfway line come Widnes. Kirk onto Murray. Murray with a little bit of a step at the line, and he's brought to ground by Jimmy Beckett. This will be the last one for the Vikings. They're going to kick from 40 out, almost identical to their previous set. This time Gilmore trickles it along the deck. It takes a couple of bounces, beats Jeffrey over the touchline on that far side, and everybody will just take us a breather, walk to the scrum, and Featherstone will have the scrum feed on their own 10. Featherstone certainly not struggling to make ground upfield, but haven't been able to pull the trigger and really test Widnes at the other end of the field when they've had good ball. Featherstone restart the play now, to play the ball. Minican with the first carry of this set. Here comes Hardcastle. Good carry up through the middle of the ruck. It's brought to ground just shy of the 30. Springer now is into the action for the first time, just off the bench, and a big carry from Gadwin Springer up to the 40. Plays it quickly. Reynolds drops off Day. Day looking for some space around, back through the ruck, and only found Jordan Johnston on the halfway line. Reynolds this time gives it, double pumps, gives it inside now to Beckett. Beckett's turned around and put to ground 5 metres into Widnes' half. Addy's going to kick from halfway on the last. Another high testing kick here. Ince takes it really, really well. There's a good honest contest between Ince and Jeffrey there, and Ince coming away with the ball on the 30. Keenan Brand now. Put to ground in the tackle of Bussey. Owens, out it comes. Crabbing across field is Butt. Got away from Connor Jones, but couldn't get away from the tackle of Hardcastle and didn't actually make much ground forward. Widnes still on their own 40. Roberts shaped a pass, kept hold of it himself, and manages to advance the ball up to the halfway line centre field. Couple of tackles still to come for the Vikings. Lyons skips across field, just straightens things up and runs into the waiting arms of Nakabawai, and he's put on the deck. 45 out. Last tackle, Gilmore doing the kicking again. Another slightly hurried high kick there. Taken again by Eden. Eden weaving, beats the first man, gives it out to Hardcastle. Hardcastle just straightens the line there, and Hardcastle poking his nose through the line again. Been impressive on the edge here so far for Hardcastle. All that hard work. Tough carries upfield. As Eden will play it on his own 35. It's Minican up and over the 40 now, trying to get Featherstone up to the halfway line. 3 tackles gone. Springer, second carry, straight through the middle of the ruck. Bulldozing run from the big Frenchman. Up to the Widnes 40, Bowes. Pitches 10 metres, Beckett takes the pass. He's still going forward up and over the 30. Jimmy Beckett still going up to just short of the 20. Fantastic run from Jimmy Beckett, but this will be the last one for Featherstone. Short side play. Reynolds kicks it back through the ruck. It was taken well there by Nathan Wild, who just tracked it on the inside and just went to ground. Reynolds down low on Butt. Just the second tackle now. Widnes still on their own 10. This is an opportunity for Featherstone to ramp up defensively here and put the hosts under a bit of pressure. Fleming is tackled on the 20 by Springer. 3 tackles gone, still in their own 20. They come forward again now. Liam Bent, the man off the bench for Widnes for his first carry. They play it on the 30, and now an ex-Featherstone man, Sam Brooks, offloads out to Ryan Lannon, who was immediately set upon by Miniken, and still going. Ryan Lannon kept his arms free and made the best of a bad situation. He'll play the ball on his own 40 on the last tackle. Jack Bussey giving him a bit of afters and letting him know about it as the kick comes down the line here, and it's taken on the first couple of bounces of a Hardcastle. It came off his hand, but he was facing his own line, so that pass has been given has gone backwards. Once again, the Widnes fans in front of us not happy with the refereeing decision so far. As Jeffrey has put the ball down, it's a really poor error under not a lot of pressure. And the 6 again coming against Featherstone, not quickly releasing the man as Brooks comes forward on what will be just the zero tackle, I beg your pardon, who will play it 20 metres out. So a full set of 6 here. And Featherstone's closest examination of their line so far. Wild is put to ground in the tackle of Bowes. 15 out, just to the left-hand side of the post. They come down the left edge now. Gilmore, long pass out to Brand, who's put the ball on the deck, and it's straight into the arms of Jeffrey. And once again, Widnes failing to put together any sustained pressure, but great defence from Featherstone up in the centre's face, forcing the error. And Jeffrey doing a good job atoning for that early error by dropping on the ball and salvaging possession for his side. Miniken will play it. Nakabawa, in fact, it's Wellington Albert who's just come onto the field, finds the offload there. And Harry Bowes picks up another 5 metres after contact over the 30. Bowes slow to play it. Albert, first game back in, missed the last 7. Up and over the 40. The kick coming, an early kick from Addy. Taken on the full by Owens. Owens now has a little bit of room to chew up, and he's cut down in a great low tackle there from Miniken. Widnes trying to get themselves upfield through Ince. Shaped to come across field, straightened up into the arms of Albert. Plays it 30 out. The Widnes man over the 40-metre line there. It's Roberts again. Fleming comes across field and he's absolutely smashed there by Gadwin Springer, and the referee has blown a penalty immediately. And it'd be interesting to see whether Springer is going to be in trouble here. I don't know whether it was high contact, but there certainly looked to be a hint of a shoulder charge from the big front rower. And I think he's collected a bit of friendly fire on the way through. Harry Bowes, the man who was in attendance in the tackle on Fleming, is getting up very gingerly. So I think in order to try and make some impact, Springer has ended up taking out his own man as well as Fleming. It'll be interesting to see what the referee does here. Springer pointing towards his chest, saying that that's what the contact was. Obviously a very big man. He certainly rocked Fleming backwards. Fleming straight back to his feet, in all fairness to him. And Harry Bowes is back on his feet as well. But interesting to see what the referee does here. The Widnes fans, they're baying for blood here. They think that Springer should be marched from the field here. The referee's consulted with his touch judge, and he's brought in Danny Addy and Springer now. A big moment in the game here. What's the referee going to do? He's going to his back pocket, the referee, and he's given Springer a yellow card. The Gadwin Springer will be sent to the sin bin. And obviously in this day and age, there's been a lot of red cards brandished for high tackles with a crackdown this year. This one, certainly some mitigation in that one. Fleming was falling in the tackle of Harry Bowes, and Springer had the yellow card, so Featherstone will spend the next 10 minutes with 12 men. The scoreline after 26 minutes, still Widnes 0, Featherstone 0. A bit of penalty coming on halfway to Widnes here. And it'll be a 12-man Featherstone looking to repel them here. So a little bit of resilience needed from Featherstone here. Up against it, 12 men for the next 10 minutes as Widnes find touch on this near side. And they'll start their set 30 metres away from the Featherstone line. The tap comes in to Lyons. Out it comes to Gilmore. Gilmore on to Wild. Wild is harassed to the ground by Albert. Ball comes out now to Gilmore. Gilmore drops off Lannon. A little bit of a stutter step into the line. And he's put to ground by Beckett and Bussey. 15 metres away from the line now, Widnes, just to the left-hand side of the posts, the home side. They come back through the centre of the field. Brooks, former Featherstone man, of course, taking Featherstone defenders with him. Bowes just holding on for dear life. Try and put him on the ground. He stays on his feet in the end. He plays it 5 short of halfway. That's a great tackle from Beckett on Wild. He'll play it a couple of metres out. Brooks, ball playing, keeps hold of it himself. Good tackle. Up and under the ball was Reynolds. Over the top was Day. This will be the last one. Big play coming up. Widnes have stacked this right-hand side. Lyons, short pass there for Fleming. Fleming passes the ball out into the arms of Hardcastle. A timely intervention from the Featherstone winger and heroic defence on their line from Featherstone. They never flinched once, and Widnes threw plenty at them, including that short side raid there and getting enough men in the picture to close it down. Brad Day plays it 10 metres away from his own line. Hardcastle coming with his second touch of this set. But Featherstone have burned 3 tackles here. They're still inside their own 20. 26 and a half minutes gone here at the DCBL Stadium. It's still 0-0. Jones crabbing her in. There's a high tackle coming in from Widnes and a good chance for Featherstone to clear their line, and nothing more in it than just an arm creeping up over the shoulder of Connor Jones. And a relieving penalty. And frustration for Widnes there, after squandering a half chance themselves, have now given Featherstone a chance to clear their line. As Reynolds finds touch on this near side. And Featherstone will tap and restart 5 short of halfway. Day takes the pass into the contact. It's put on the ground there by Wild and Brooks. Addy, flat pass there for Bussey. Bussey just punching forward up to the 40-metre line. Good carry from Bussey, taking 3 defenders with him. But a slow play of the ball as Lannon was all over the top of him. And there's something to say to him as well, as good run from Albert. Route 1 straight through, back through the ruck. Picks up 10 metres. Still tackles remaining for Featherstone as they come forward. Reynolds flat pass there for Day. Day immediately put to ground there by Lyons. Now Widnes has turned to do some defending on their own line as Reynolds gets it centre field. Flat pass there for Albert. The pass was far too hard. It cannons off the big front rower and over the dead ball line, and that will be a 20-metre restart and a 7-tackle set. And Owens taps it quickly, gives it to Butt, and the Featherstone line didn't regroup there. It was poor play and then giving away the penalty. Well, Featherstone have got what they deserved there because it was a poor play, and in all honesty, a pretty lacklustre attempt to get back onside from Albert in the middle as well as a few other players, and they were brought undone there by the quick tap from Owens, and Harry Bowes just had to buy an extra couple of seconds, gave away the penalty, and just like that, Widnes are back down in Featherstone's half with a full set of tackles. Fleming taps it, brings it back into the arms of Day, and he's put to ground 25 metres away from his line. Plays it. Lyons. Liam Bent now. Stands in the tackle, plays it 20 out. Wild, out it comes to Gilmore. Gilmore put to ground. What a tackle that is from Bussey, who came flying out of the line. He read it, he took the halfback's legs from underneath him and picked up 5 or 6 valuable metres in defence for his side. Bent, second carry in this set. Just a settling one. He'll play the ball bang in front of the post, 10 out. Options left and right. They come right, Widnes. Lyons digs into the line, gives it to Owens. Owens flat pass there for Butt had it in his hands. And if he'd taken that, you would have thought the Widnes winger would have scored. He couldn't bring it in. He ended up kicking it over the dead ball line. And that will be a 20-metre restart, 7-tackle set for Featherstone. So as we approach the half-hour mark here in Widnes, it's still Widnes Vikings 0, Featherstone Rovers 0. We're still awaiting the first score of this game. Widnes having a couple of good opportunities in the last 5 minutes, but haven't been able to ice them. Featherstone doing just enough in defence, and this will be a part of the game that pleases James Ford, especially in the last 4 or 5 minutes, down to 12 men, and have repelled a few attacking raids from the Vikings. Sort of thing builds belief as they come forward to Jeffrey. Jeffrey stopped in the tackle there and smothered in a trio of Widnes jerseys. Lucas Green, the man over the top of him. Beckett doing ball playing in the middle. Flat pass there for Day, who did well to take that behind him and punches the ball backwards to Bowes. Manufactures a pass out to Eden, and Eden in a little bit of broken field. Up and over the top of Johnston, and he's eventually put down by Lyons on the Widnes 40. Albert takes the flat pass, keeps hold. Up and over to the 30 now. Good low tackle there from Johnston. Just trying to buy an extra second. Lucky not to give away a 6 again there as Addy goes high here early. Looking to put Owens under pressure again. Owens takes it cleanly this time, and he's put to ground on his own 10 by Jack Bussey. Real set-for-set stuff this. Who's going to blink first in this Betfred Championship clash? The score still Widnes 0, Featherstone 0 if you're joining us on FRTV. 9 minutes to go till the break. Widnes come forward through Butt, crabbing across field before trying to straighten. Up and under the ball and taking him to ground was Jones. Gilmore doing some early kicking this time, looking for a 40-20. Jeffrey's got to be quick to take that one. It's bounced and beaten him over the touchline. I don't think he touched it, the young winger. He's just losing his footing on this artificial pitch. But the kick not coming to anything else. It was short of the 40-20, so it will be a Featherstone play the ball here. About 25 away from their own line. Who's going to crack first? Featherstone, I make have probably got about 4 minutes left of Springer's sin bin. They play the ball for Hardcastle. Hardcastle was smothered there, and quick line speed from Widnes really didn't give him any opportunity to get going there. As Fleming all over the top of him. As Albert is taken from the field already. Not the longest spell from Wellington Albert, but hasn't played for the best part of 2 months back from injury. And Jack Arnold onto the field now for the first time this afternoon. Big robust carry and still taking defenders with him, but he's bundled backwards now in the tackle of Lannon and Wild. Eden looking for a raid and some space on that far side, couldn't find any. Play it short of halfway. Ball comes back now to Addy, to Arnold. Arnold with his second touch in this set. And he'll play on the halfway line, bang in the centre of the field on the last tackle. They come left. Reynolds punches a low trajectory kick down between winger and fullback. And it's going to roll all the way over the dead ball line, just a metre too long there from Ben Reynolds. And that's often the difference between a good kick and an ordinary kick. And a 7-tackle set coming up for Widnes now off the back of it. Really unlucky from Reynolds there. As Widnes stopped on their own 40-metre line. Max Roberts plays it. Good tackle from Hardcastle. Fleming has got increasingly involved in this game. Back in the Widnes side, up and over the halfway line. Plays it quickly for Johnston. To Lucas Green, bumps away from Addy. And he's put to ground in a good low tackle. Jack Arnold came again to put him on the ground. Widnes are 40 away from the Featherstone line. Flat pass there for Lannon, who beats one man and comes into the backfield now. He's taking Jeffrey over the top, and he's left Danny Addy in back play. So Featherstone currently defending with 11 men. Short side play it comes. Owens dinks it into the in-goal area. It's going to be too big for everybody and over the dead ball line, and neither side able to get any their attacking, kicking right. The ball just skipping long on this artificial pitch. And another 7 tackle set coming up. Featherstone with a chance to clear their line as Addy, for the moment, is still on the field. Looks to have been shaken up a bit in that tackle from Lannon. It's Jones put to ground on his 30. 5 minutes to go to the break here at the DCBL Stadium. Widnes 0, Featherstone 0. And a real tight, tough tussle between these two sides. A place in the Championship top 6 on offer with a win for Featherstone. A loss could see them drop as low as 8th this afternoon, depending on results, as Arnold up and over the halfway line. Been busy since coming onto the field a few moments ago. As Gadwin Springer is back on the field now, so Featherstone have done remarkably well to keep Widnes scoreless in the 10 minutes while he was in the bin. And the kick has come through, and now Widnes take over possession. Keenan Brand, the man who was back on the wing to take that one in, and he'll play it on the 30. A quick play upfield there for Roberts. Just pinches about 15-16 metres as the play stopped now. And you imagine this will be for Danny Addy to go off for a head assessment here. He's got a call from the touchline on the independent doctor. Danny Addy will go for a head injury assessment. Just awkwardly bumped off in the tackle of Ryan Lannon. And Wellington Albert straight back, it's Ben Nakabawa, sorry, straight back into the action. As Addy goes up the tunnel on that far side. So Featherstone back up to the full complement of 13 men. We'll keep an eye to see whether Danny Addy is able to return from his HIA in the second half. Certainly won't play any further part in this first half. Make it just under 4 minutes to go to the break. Widnes 0, Featherstone 0. It's live on FRTV. Featherstone giving away nothing in defence. And in the last 10 minutes or so, the majority of the possession being down their end of the field as Widnes have looked to attack their line. Featherstone have defended manfully up to now as the play restarts with Green playing the ball on the halfway line. Johnston gives it on to Brooks. Brooks put to ground in the tackle of Nakabawa. 40 metres away from the Featherstone line. Johnston out of dummy half. Goes straight through the middle. Johnston eventually grabbed by the shirt collar by Arnold and Bowes. A desperate tackle needed. He'll play it on the last. They're going to kick from 20 out. Gilmore puts it high. Eden has to get up for it again, and he's immediately put to ground there in the tackle of Lannon. And both sides just trading sets here, looking for the other one to blink, make a mistake, as Jeffrey plays it 15 away from his line. Minican, man of the match performance last week in the win over Batley. Worked hard so far in this first half. 20 out. Springer. Boos ring around the ground for him after his reintroduction from the sin bin. He'll play it 30 out now. Nakabawa beats the first man up to the 40. Not a bad set from Featherstone, who started the set on their own try line. The kick coming from Reynolds now. Punches it downfield. He's got plenty on it. It takes one bounce to Butt, who loops the pass over to Owens in the middle of the field, and they fire it all the way out to Ince. So just giving the ball some width to the back three. And Ince beats the first man, but he's put to ground by Jack Arnold. Quick play of the ball. Keenan Brand up and over that 30-metre line, put to ground by Bussey. Inside the last 2 minutes here of the opening half. Widnes 0, Featherstone 0 as Owens shaped to go right and then just weaved back through the middle of the field and picked up the best part of 15 metres. Plays it 5 short of halfway. Bent. Over the halfway line he goes. Put to ground in the tackle of Harry Bowes. Green out the back, it's intercepted by Reynolds. Now then, has Reynolds got the pace? Reynolds is going to kick clear, he's going to get the first try of the game underneath the post. Ben Reynolds against the run of play, and with just over a minute to go until the half-time siren, Featherstone have the breakthrough. They've broken the deadlock, and the try has gone to Ben Reynolds. He got in the line, taking the pass out the back. He knew where he was going, got himself into the Widnes attacking line. He took the ball and he had the pace. 45 metres, he stripped clear of the Widnes defence and touches down under the post. It's now Widnes Vikings 0, Featherstone Rovers 4. What a play that was from Ben Reynolds. Widnes have looked to get the ball wide at every opportunity. They were trying to get wide, the ball to Fleming. And Reynolds, just one step ahead, raced up, put himself in the attacking line, intercepted the ball, and it was just a foot race, and he had the pace to get to the line for the first try of the game, and Featherstone first points of the afternoon. What a piece of play from Reynolds. It's his 5th try of the season for Featherstone across 2 spells in just his 9th game for the club this year. Spent time, of course, at Hull Kingston Rovers and Hull FC. A look to add the extra 2 from bang in front to his own try, which he does so, which takes the scoreline now to Widnes Vikings 0, Featherstone Rovers 6. And with the adversity that Featherstone have faced, not just coming into this game with a number of players missing, players playing out of position, but then also losing Gadwin Springer to the sin bin, they defended extremely well on their own line, repelling the Widnes attack, and then against the run of play, coming up with a crucial try just on half time. Can't be a little longer than a few plays left in this first half. And Featherstone could well be taking a 6-point advantage into the break here as Widnes get the game back underway. Owens, the man, puts a high kick forward, a difficult one for Bussey, but he takes it well and gives it to Springer, who had a little bit of room to wind up off the back fence, and already up to the 20 now, the Featherstone front rower. He plays it for Minican. Minican now through the middle of the ruck. Minican up and over the 30. These are good opening 2 carries from Featherstone in this set. Plays it. Hardcastle just keeps those legs pumping. Up to the 40 now, Josh Hardcastle. Plays it slowly. Nakabawai, route 1, just keeps the legs pumping again up and over the halfway line. 4 tackles gone for Featherstone. They're already in the Widnes half. Beckett, ball playing out the back. It comes to Bussey. Bussey out to Eden. Eden just tries to straighten things up and loses a little bit of momentum in that play. And he's put to ground by Ryan Lannon. Bussey on the last tackle. Dinks the ball over the touchline on that far side. About 10 metres out. And it will be a play the ball for Widnes on their own 10. Should just say that the stadium clock, obviously not completely accurate, because that has run to 40 minutes. We are still waiting the half-time siren. The Widnes, 90 metres to go. Featherstone back their defence here. The good tackle coming in from Day, and over the top was Springer. On Butt. Bent comes forward now, picked up, dropped and thrown to the ground there by Arnold with help from Springer. Ince almost poked his nose through the line there, and he's told to go back and play the ball where he was tackled. Plays it for Johnston. Brooks trundles it upfield and put down just short of halfway. Lyons out to Owens. Owens on to Fleming. Fleming skips away from one, comes back in field looking for some room and only finds Bowes. The Widnes have managed to make plenty of ground in this set. They're 30 metres away from the Featherstone line on what is the last tackle. Is this the last chance of Widnes in this half? The kick comes high from Gilmore. Ince knocks the ball on, it trickles over the dead ball line. In fact, it's been given as a goal line dropout against the Featherstone man. Maddox Jeffrey looks bewildered there. I mean, we're a long way away from it, but it looked like the primary touch came from Ince. But not given. It's going to be another set of 6 here, and still waiting the half-time siren. Yeah, the clock ran to 40 minutes about 4 minutes ago, so we don't have the exact accurate time, unfortunately, but it can't be a little longer than a minute or so left as the dropout comes from Reynolds. It's a good kick taken on the halfway line by Ince, who gives it to Owens, and he hands it straight on to Bent, and Bent careers back into the Featherstone line. Johnston to Gilmore, looks inside, plays outside to Lyons. That's a great tackle on Lannon by Bussey. It had to be as well. They plays it quickly now though. Gilmore into the line to Brand. Brand Crabbing across field, puts the kick in, it's backwards and it's taken over the dead ball line by Day, and the siren sounds in the background. That will be half time at the DCBL Stadium, and it really has been a pulsating and physical encounter, neither side able to give an inch here. Featherstone went down to 12 men at one stage in that game, with that half, with the sin binning of Gadwin Springer, but they defended for their lives, repelled 2 or 3 clear-cut chances for the Vikings. They kept their line intact before Ben Reynolds, just a few minutes before half-time, took the intercept, raced 40 metres clear to score underneath the post, converted his own try, and gives us the half-time score now at the DCBL Stadium. Widnes Vikings 0, Featherstone Rovers 6. Plenty to build on for Rovers in the second half. James Ford will be extremely happy with what he's seen from his side without the ball. And they'll look to build on a few things in attack to come away with the victory here, but they're in pole position at the break. Widnes 0, Featherstone 6. We'll take a quick break and be back for the second half action in a few minutes' time. As the game gets back underway, Featherstone attacking from left to right as we see it in this second half, and they have first use of the ball as Springer winds up off the back fence, puts Lucas Green on his back, and we'll play it 20 metres out. Good news for Featherstone is that Danny Addy has obviously passed his head injury assessment at half time, and he's back in the starting side for the second half action. As Bussey plays it, now up and over towards the 40 is Jimmy Beckett. Here comes Nakabawai. Good dominant run there from Nakabawai. The front rowers for Featherstone in terms of go forward have been excellent so far. Up into the halfway line as Reynolds dinks the ball over the top. It takes a couple of bounces, trickles into touch on that far side about 10 metres out. And that's not a bad opening set for Featherstone after half-time. Everybody will just walk to the scrum. Not overly sunny here this afternoon, but very warm. Taxing conditions, and interesting to see that Springer come out for the second half with some strapping heavily applied to his left thigh. We'll hope that that's nothing more of a cork, perhaps. But it's okay to carry on at the moment as Widnes go through their first set in the second half. It's Roberts looking for space on that side, put to ground by Reynolds on the 30. Ball comes back centre field to Lyons, who drops off Green. Green put down in the challenge there of Reynolds, who doubles up on his defensive efforts with help over the top from Beckett. Widnes on their own 40, middle of the tackle count. Bent comes forward, good contact over the ball there from Bowes. He'll play it on the halfway line. Up and over halfway now they come through Brooks. Brooks spins and is put on his back 40 metres out from the Featherstone line. Last tackle, Gilmore doing the kicking once again. Puts it high, looking to put Eden under pressure. Eden comes forward and takes it cleanly. Hasn't put a foot wrong at fullback yet, Greg Eden. As Jeffrey tries to get forward. Not many yards in the offering as he's put to ground by Brooks. Minican into the line. And he's held 35 from his own line. Springer off the back fence once again, and it's a forward pass ruled against Ben Reynolds. And you never know whether that's an execution. Well, it's clearly an execution thing of who's at fault with these things, whether it's the ball runner or the passer of the ball. But either way, the execution from Featherstone there letting them down, and Widnes will get the first attacking opportunity of the second half. 3 minutes of the second half played at the DCBL Stadium. It remains Widnes Vikings 0, Featherstone Rovers 6. Scrum feed, 40 out, won by Widnes. Gilmore hands it on to Brand, who's knocked off his feet there by Minican. Goes again, Brand, to pick up another couple of metres. Gingerly to his feet there, Keenan Brand. Brooks, ambling forward, but effective runner of the ball. He's spun to ground 20 metres away from the line, centre of the field. Brand still down in the arms of the trainer in back play. Gilmore, short ball there for Green. Green still going, burst through the tackle, but put to ground 5 short of the line, and Eden flopped on him and gave away a 6 again there. So all hands to the pumps defensively for Featherstone early in this second half as Bent is tackled 5 short of halfway, bang in front of the post, flat pass there for Brooks, run around with Johnston, who drops the ball in the face of good tenacious defence from Featherstone once again. It was Danny Addy getting up in the face alongside Jack Bussey, put Johnston off, forces the error, and Widnes continue the trend of fluffing their lines at this end of the field with good possession and squandering the opportunity, but take nothing away from the defence of Featherstone. Relentless effort off the ball so far from the Rovers players. And they will have a scrum feed 10 metres away from their line now. Next job, clear the line as the Widnes pushing the scrum. The ball comes out to Hardcastle. Hardcastle lands on his front again. Jones over the 20. Plays it for Day now. Day, good carry, Brad Day. Trying to bully his way up towards that 40-metre line. Bozard acting half to Addy, drops off Beckett. Beckett played the full 80 last week, looks set to do the same again this week. Plays it 5 short of halfway. Springer almost went without it, and that just took a little bit of impetus out of his run. And he was rounded up 5 short of the halfway line. Minimal gain on that play for Featherstone. Last tackle. Reynolds puts it high, doesn't get a great deal on it in terms of distance. It takes one bounce, a very friendly bounce to Jack Owens, who just hands it off to Ince, and Ince beats the first man, and the door is eventually closed on him by Addy, but he plays it quickly. And this time, but his wing partner looking to get some space on the outside. He fends away from Jeffrey, who has to come again. He's eventually put on the ground there by Bussey, 40 metres away from the Featherstone line. Featherstone looking a bit ragged in defence here, as Bussey puts Keenan Brand. In fact, he doesn't put him on the ground as Brand promotes the ball all the way up to the 20 now. A good physically dominant start to the second half from Widnes. Featherstone already under pressure defensively once again as Nakabawai comes in over the top to effect the tackle on Bent. 10 metres away from the line. Green in the middle of the field. Out it comes to Gilmore. Gilmore flat pass there for Lannon, who did well to Owens. Over the top, the ball comes to Ince. Ince tries to straighten things up. What a tackle that is from Featherstone, but they're caught high there. It was Addy over the top in the tackle, just collecting Ryan Ince high. And there's a Featherstone man down here in back play. I think it's Jack Bussey. As the trainers come onto the field for both sides here. Jack Bussey, who's had stop and start year with injury, back for the last couple, seems to be back on his feet and okay to carry on here. He will remain on the field, but a full set of 6 coming up now for the Vikings, 10 metres away from the Featherstone line. Featherstone still holding that slender 6-0 advantage as Widnes come forward and look to try and crack the Featherstone line for the first time. Lucas Green is brought down in the tackle of Day and Bose. Bang in front of the post, they come right. Lyons finds the pass for Roberts. Roberts is put to ground 5 short of the line. They're going to have an open side shift here, back through the middle of the ruck. Lyons just drops off Bent. Bent spins, but a good effective tackle from Bose coming in the middle there. Ball comes out to Lyons. Lyons on to Gilmore. Gilmore out it comes to Owens. Owens tries to go around his man. What a tackle that was from Minikin. And finished off by Jeffrey. Did just enough to stop the Widnes fullback. He plays it on the try line. The ball spun back into the middle of the field. Through the hands to Lannon. Lannon shapes to go one way. Goes back through the middle and looking for some space. Eventually he's going to be put to ground here. In fact, he stayed on his feet, Ryan Lannon. Last tackle. Ball comes out to Lyons. Lyons pass out wide to Butch Jones. What a tackle that is from Ben Reynolds. What a tackle from Ben Reynolds. That was a certain try saver. The pass was a dime onto the chest of Mike Butt, who had the space on the outside, and it was a wonderful tackle round the legs. Ball and all into touch on the last tackle from Ben Reynolds. What a play that is. What 2 huge plays from the Featherstone halfback in attack and defence. The difference between the 2 sides at the moment, because that looked for all money like Widnes were going to open their account there. And Reynolds just cut Butt down where he stood a metre short of the line, and that is a turnover. The score remains Widnes Vikings 0, Featherstone Rovers 6. 8 minutes of the second half gone. Featherstone, the defence and the efforts without the ball have been superb so far in this game, but you get the feeling that they need to start getting some territory and some possession up the other end of the field, because Widnes have been hammering their line since half-time, basically. And it's just at some point whether that pressure starts to fatigue them. But no let up from the Featherstone side defensively so far, as the game just stopping for an injury concern to the Widnes man. I believe it's Bent. And he's now been told that he needs to leave the field, is he? Or no, it's a change of shirt here. Is a cut he's got, Liam Bent, so he's having to get some running repairs and a new shirt. Surely the referee's going to allow play to carry on here. Like, he's not involved in the play. Why are we still waiting for the play to resume here? So just having an extended stoppage here while Bent changes his shirt. He's now going to be okay to come back into the Widnes defensive line. A change of number for Liam Bent, now operating in the 29 shirt, as Featherstone start the game again. Play the ball 15 away from their line. Hardcastle with that tough carry. Jones, in Eden now, sorry, keeps hold. Pinches about 5 metres forward for his team. Springer. Through the ruck, leaves another man on the ground, Gadwin Springer. This time, Max Roberts, the man left in his wake. Nakabawai straightens things up, goes to ground. On the 40. Good set of 6 so far. Beckett just taking Widnes defenders up and over the halfway line. Excellent carry from Jimmy Beckett. Best part of 20 metres on that carry. And Featherstone are on the Widnes 40 on the last. Reynolds puts the ball high again, but has to come after this. It's taken by Connor Jones. He's got some space. He kicks the ball again. He ricochets into the arm of Lyons, and they're offside now, the Widnes players. The kick came through. It ricocheted off a Widnes man and into the arms of Lyons, but he was in front of the Widnes player, and a penalty coming against Widnes here, and a huge set now. Featherstone find themselves with a set of 6 on the Widnes line. And you just think if Jones had looked in field, he had Danny Addy in support, Addy would have gone very close to scoring, but Jones manufactured the kick through. It'll be interesting to see what they do here. Reynolds obviously a very capable goal kicker. It's about 20 metres out, about 10 metres to the left-hand side of the post. What will they do here? So we've got another stoppage in play here. Is it another Widnes player? Yeah, it's Bent, who's having some more running repairs. It looks like they're going to go for the 2 here. They're going to go for the 2. Ben Reynolds said it was about 10 metres to the side of the post. It's probably a little bit more difficult than that. It's probably about 5 in from the left touch line. And he's going to be taking the kick from about 20 metres out. But this is a crucial one. If he can guide this between the post, Featherstone will have a 2-score advantage. 10 minutes of the second half gone here. And they could just nudge themselves to a 2-score advantage here. Reynolds, certainly not the toughest kick he'll face, but not that straightforward. He needs to at least make sure he gets this dead. 2 points, but at the very least Featherstone get the ball back. Reynolds steps up, and he guides the ball between the posts. And after 11 minutes of the second half here at the DCBL Stadium, it's Widnes Vikings 0, Featherstone Rovers 8. And all of the points in this game so far scored by Ben Reynolds. And even more noticeably, that terrific try-saving tackle he pulled off just a few minutes ago, Mike, but saving a certain try for the hosts. Ben Reynolds proving the difference at the moment. The kickoff comes, taken right on that dead ball line by Eden and given on to Nakabawai. Nakabawai just steams it into the Widnes line, and he'll play it 15 away from his line on the first. Addy waiting, acting half. Ball comes out the back to Bussey. Bussey, great run from Bussey. Yards after contact have been very good from Featherstone so far in the forward pack. James Lockwood back onto into the field. Still no signs of Sammy Kabula off the bench for James Ford's side. As Reynolds shouts inside, gives it outside to Day, and Day's tackled on the halfway line. Couple of tackles still to come for Fev. Lockwood makes a few metres forward here. He'll play it on the last tackle. The ball comes out for Reynolds, doing the majority of the kicking once again. Puts it high, taken by Owens, who had to get on his back to get that one, and gives it to Butt. And Butt's put to ground there in the tackle of Lockwood and Beckett. Widnes coming forward again. Fleming, the man who'll play the ball, bang in the centre of the field on his 40 as they come up and over that line now. They come to the arms now of Bent, sporting a significant bandage around the head. And he'll play it 5 metres into Featherstone territory. Gilmore to Lannon. Lannon standing in the tackle, put to ground now. In the tackle of Nakabawai, last one. Gilmore hoists it high from 30 out, straight down the middle of the field into the sun, and very well taken again by Greg Eden. Been absolutely faultless under the high ball so far and had plenty of tests. As Miniken through the middle of the ruck, and he's lost the ball, Greg Miniken. And Featherstone, although they're defending for their lives, just giving Widnes a few too many opportunities here. Another chance gifted to the home side, as Widnes will now have the scrum feed 25 metres away from the Featherstone line. As I mentioned earlier in the commentary, it's a case of how many chances can you give a side before they eventually take one. Featherstone need to come up with the answers defensively once again here. 54 minutes gone. Widnes 0, Featherstone 8. As Johnston breaks from the scrum and almost broke through the line himself there, Jordan Johnston, who's rounded up in the tackle of Reynolds, who gives away a 6 again for his trouble. Bent hits and spins down to the 5, bang in front of the post. This is just the first tackle for Widnes. They come left. Gilmore gives it back infield to Green. Green, good low tackle from James Lockwood. Thought better of the offload there, Green. Keeps hold, plays it bang in front of the post. They come right. Owens. Pass along the deck to Lyons, who smuggles the ball out wide to Butt. Butt's going to go close again, denied by Reynolds in that far corner. Ball, long looping pass back into Owens. Owens digs the ball down. What a pickup that is from Nakabawai off his bootlaces. And he loses the ball in the tackle, Nakabawai. Can you believe it? As the ball comes out now to Keenan Brand. Surely that ball had some help on the way out from Nakabawai, but the referee waves play on, and Widnes sensationally have another set on the Featherstone line. Just praising the athleticism of Nakabawai to pick that ball up off his toes, and then in his efforts to get forward, just losing possession. And Featherstone right under the cosh once again. As Wild is upended in the tackle. Bose, chief tackler there. Centre of the field. Lyons gives it out to Owens. Owens flat pass there for Fleming. Fleming tries to smuggle an offload out, and it's dropped on by Josh Hardcastle. And everything that Widnes are throwing at Featherstone, they're just coming up with the answers defensively. There's blue jerseys everywhere every time a Widnes man gets the ball. And Featherstone just continuing to frustrate Widnes. The scoreline remains Widnes 0, Featherstone 8. 56 minutes of the game gone here. Clearing their line again. Here they come through Albert, back into the game now for his second spell. And that's a good run there from Albert. Good 20-metre carry from him. Immediate impact off the bench. Last tackle, Addy thinks better of kicking, gives it to Bussey. Bussey just drills a low trajectory kick down the line, and it's going to trickle and beat everybody over the dead ball line. Just a little bit too much on it there from Bussey. And that will be a 7-tackle set, 20-metre restart for the Vikings. So the referee just stops the clock. It's bent again, is it? Now the referee's had enough of the attempted repairs while he's been on the field. Bent's now gonna, the Bent is going to have to go from the field here now to get some proper running repairs. It's the third time the game's had to be stopped now for Liam Bent's injury. The bloodied nose by the looks of things. And he's already had a shirt change. And he's now been taken from the field. So Widnes currently down to 12 men. They're not obligated to make a change here. They are in possession, so they'll take this opportunity while they have the ball to stem the blood for Liam Bent and get him back on the field. But Widnes starting the set 20 metres from their own line. Ince it was who plays it. Good defence again on show on Roberts. Wild over the 40. He'll go down 5 metres short of the halfway line. Greed into the arms of Albert. Had a good long stint off the bench, Lucas Green. I believe we're still yet to see Lloyd Roby for the home side. As they come forward, Roberts put on his back. Great tackle from Ben Reynolds. What a game he's having. And he's lost the ball in the tackle there, Max Roberts. And they just throw the ball away in frustration. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, the frustration starting to build for Widnes here as we're approaching the hour mark in this game. Still haven't scored a point, and they've had plenty of opportunities to do so. And you think the longer this game goes without them scoring, the more the frustration will build. And that just plays right into Featherstone's hands. Featherstone still leading this one by 8 points to 0. You're listening live on FRTV. The clock reads we're at the 60-minute mark, but that may be a couple of minutes behind. We have had a couple of stoppages in this second half so far. As the scrum feed having to reset here and start again. Referee not happy with something in that scrum, but Featherstone will feed the scrum 35 away from their line. As the Featherstone fans on the far side find their voice, a healthy travelling support as Eden comes forward off the scrum win. He's put to ground there in the tackle of Brand. Jeffrey up and over the halfway line. Good carry from the young winger. Short side play for Bussey. Bussey just keeps the stiff arm into the Widnes player's hands. He's lost the ball there. And they're giving us a knock on. And he can't believe it. And he's penalised now for back chat. He can't believe it, Jack Bussey. He believed he had the ball stolen from him. He protests his innocence. And Danny Addy going back and having a word with the referee, but the referee not interested. So Featherstone must respond here from this setback. They believe they should have had a penalty, and it's resulted in a penalty the other way around. Jack Bussey penalised for dissent. And Widnes now on the halfway line once again, and they will have an attacking set on the Featherstone line. You'd imagine if they can keep hold of the ball. Murray, it is, standing in traffic, taking defenders with him into Featherstone territory on the first. Widnes 0, Featherstone 8. Widnes looking to open their account for the first time this afternoon. Blue jerseys all around Lucas Green. He goes down on the 30. Johnston skips out of dummy half. Not many options on the blind side, but takes it himself and picks up another 5 or 6 metres or so. Widnes deep inside the Featherstone half once again. Gilmore out the back. It comes to Lyons. Lyons dug into the line, and a good tackle on him coming in from Brad Day. 10 metres away now, Widnes. Gilmore. Flat pass there for Green. It's knocked down by Addy. Play on. The ball smuggled out. The long ball coming over to Ince. Ince cuts in field. He Minikin gets hold of him, but he gives it back to Owens. Owens off his right foot. This will be a set restart here. The pass knocked down by Danny Addy, I believe it was. Full set of 6 coming up against Featherstone here. How long can they withstand this pressure for? Wild plays it. Johnston, flat pass there for Lannon. That's a forward pass, surely. And not given by the referee or the officials. Lannon plays it on the try line eventually. 10 metres to the left-hand side of the post. They come back through the middle again. Pass comes out to Lyons. Lyons over the top, and it's beaten everybody into touch. And Featherstone celebrate once again as Widnes squander another chance in the face of just desperate and relentless defence from Featherstone Rovers. They were up in Lyons' face, took all the time and space off him, and he tried the miracle pass over the top, and he beat everybody over the touchline. And another chance goes begging for Widnes, and once again Featherstone keep their line intact. The fans around us, you can see the tension and frustration building from them as well. They can't quite believe that they're behind by 8 points as Featherstone scrapping for everything in this game so far and deservedly in front by that 2-score margin. Minikin. Good run again. Over the 30. Albert. Good carry from Albert, up and over the 40. Featherstone's big men punching some real holes in the Widnes middle throughout this game as Reynolds takes the ball, gives it to Day. Day over the halfway line now. Bowes finds the offload for Reynolds. Reynolds skips away from one, gives it to Day. There's space now on the outside here for Day. Day into the backfield but put to ground 20 metres out. Last tackle. Reynolds is going to skip across field. Ball comes out the back to Addy. Addy steps, straightens, finds an offload there for Eden. Eden's going to go high here. Looking to put Ince under pressure. Jeffrey is taken in high. He's taken Ince in the air once again here. And the kick not quite where it needed to be. It was an honest contest, but Ince had got good body position in between the ball and Jeffrey. And Jeffrey, again, just getting it slightly wrong, giving away the penalty. And Widnes with a clear kick downfield again. They're going to start their set on their 40. Now 18 minutes to go here at the DCBL Stadium. Featherstone leading by 8 points to 0. Listening live on FRTV. Widnes in possession on the halfway line. Wild. Flat pass there was surely forward, and it's ruled forward. That was the correct decision. That pass was at least half a metre forward. And the Widnes players just look around in frustration and confusion. And a great hustle, great defence on Johnston there to force the error. And with every set of 6 that Widnes are getting wrong, the belief and the confidence of Featherstone builds. Still plenty of time remaining, of course, about 16 minutes or so. But another try for Featherstone could go a long way to sealing the 2 points for the visitors. So Featherstone fans extremely happy on that far side of what they've seen so far, but job not done yet. Scrum feed is won. Hardcastle took the pass there from Danny Addy, but he was immediately swamped by the Widnes men. Beckett, good late footwork at the line from Beckett again, up and over the halfway line. What a carry that was from Jimmy Beckett. Addy, out it comes to Reynolds, flat pass there for Bussey. Bussey was one-on-one with Gilmore, but a good tackle coming in from the Widnes halfback. Just put him on the ground, ball and all. Albert now, who's been rampaging, finds an offload there for Lockwood. Lockwood just does a full 360 and gets going forward again. Probably not quite the man they wanted to find with that offload. Somebody with a little bit more pace perhaps, but Lockwood just keeps hold of the ball and sets Featherstone up here for the next play as They come forward. This is the last tackle now. Beckett is going to play it 10 metres out. What have they got? Reynolds dinks the ball into the in-goal area, and it's taken. In fact, it doesn't reach the in-goal area as Fleming cuts it off about a metre short, and Widnes trapped in that corner again. Good harassing defence there from Harry Bowes, who's been absolutely excellent in the middle. Played the whole game in the middle so far, obviously without the hooking rotation of Connor Jones this afternoon, who's playing in the centres. And Widnes on their 20-metre line now, 3 tackles gone. 15 minutes to go here at the DCBL Stadium. Widnes 0, Featherstone 8 it remains. Ben Reynolds scoring all 8 points in this game so far as they come wide again. The pass fired out now to Ince. Ince doesn't have the pace to get on the outside of Jeffrey. Jeffrey throws him to ground in a great challenge there from Maddox Jeffrey. Did what he needed to do. Gilmore fires the pass out wide, a desperate pass to Johnston, who smuggles the ball onto Lyons. Lyons gives it out wide now to Roberts, fires the ball over the top to Butt. Butt's on the outside of his man, dinks the kick in behind. He picks the ball back up, Mike Butt, but loses his footing, and he's lost the ball, and it'll be a turnover, I believe. That was the last tackle, and Featherstone, once again, will get the ball back 10 metres away from their line. Widnes certainly won't die wondering here. That was a enterprising piece of play through several sets of hands, one touchline to the other, but with a little chip and chase for himself, but rounded up again in the tackle, and Featherstone looking to clear their line. Jones relieving run there. Hardcastle, how good's he been with these carries through the middle up to 25 metres away from the line. Second tackle. Springer's back out there now for James Ford's side. And the offload comes, and Eden picks up 5 or 6 more metres over the 40. Arnold back into the action. Jimmy Beckett gets his first break since coming back into the Featherstone setup. Springer plays it. Addy drops off Bussey. Bussey loses the ball again. A loose carry, and again Bussey just losing possession. And Arnold scrags his man to the ground. And little Bussey could complain about that one, really. It was just a loose carry there. And the Widnes man, but is upended in a great tackle there from Arnold. As Johnston, doing a little bit of ball playing at the moment, he's lost the ball. What a tackle that was under the ball from James Lockwood, forces the error, and high fives all around for Featherstone. As they turn over possession here, they win the ball back on their 40 as we approach 12 minutes, I believe, roughly, to go in this game. The scoreline remains Widnes Vikings 0, Featherstone Rovers 8. And this is already, regardless of the result, been one of Featherstone's most impressive defensive displays of the season so far. Now they would love to go on with this one and seal a vital 2 points on the road here. Scrum feed 1, Eden has the ball. Drops off Minikin. Minikin almost through the line. In fact, he was, but he's just knocked off his feet there in the tackle of Lannon. And he goes down on the halfway line. Springer. Bundled backwards. Good play from Springer. 40 metres away from the line now, Featherstone. Addy comes out to Reynolds. Reynolds gives it to Day. Day against the grain. He's tackled 30 out. Addy gives it to Lockwood, who they were waiting for him in the... Owens was waiting. As Owen playing in the middle of the field at the moment, as Bowes almost slipped the net there, plays it 10 metres out in the last. Arnold gives the ball out to Reynolds. Fires the pass out to Jones on that far side. And he's driven backwards, and that will be a simple turnover. And I believe there's probably about, the clock says 9 minutes, but I believe probably been more like 10 minutes to go here. But we are in the closing stages of this one, and Featherstone still leading by the 2 scores, 8 points to 0. And they've set themselves up for, give themselves a chance in this game as Widnes come forward again. But it is who plays it centre field. Johnston. Pass there to Lannon. Lannon Easy work for Addy over the top. Gilmore drops off one man. I think it's Kirk who's back into the game now for the final 10 minutes of this one. Beat the first man and put to ground 5 metres into Featherstone's half. Gilmore chips over the top looking for the ball himself. It's going to bounce up for Eden. Now then, Eden's got a little bit of room to move. Bumps off one and he's taken to the ground by the first tackler on the 30-metre line. Great play from Eden. Hardcastle, and it's a penalty given against Widnes. A relieving one for Featherstone inside the 10. And it was a quick play of the ball. And Greg Eden, easily his best performance in a Featherstone shirt so far this season. Deputising the last 3 or 4 games at fullback. And been a very, very good display from the Featherstone fullback this afternoon. And Brad Day off the tap restart is tackled just shy of the Widnes 20. So a full set of 6 coming for Featherstone here. Have they got it in them to get the try that will seal this game? Addy gives the ball on to Lockwood. Lockwood finds all fours. Plays it 15 out. Addy, centre field. Out to Arnold. Arnold bumps away from one. Moving in traffic, Jack Arnold. He'll go down 8 metres short of the line, just to the left-hand side of the post. Still tackles in the bag for Featherstone. Reynolds out the ball comes now to Addy, who gives it on quickly to Bussey. Bussey just trying to take on Gilmore. Gilmore eventually gets some reinforcements, and they just hold Bussey up 5 short of the line. Minican gives it to Addy. Addy to Reynolds. Reynolds gives it to Springer. Now then, Springer's into space. Gadwin Springer, he might score himself. He finds the offload. The ball spat out the back, and it's kicked dead in the end. And it'll be interesting to see what the referee does here, what the referee rules. Gadwin Springer had gone through the line. He was very, very close to just reaching out himself. He looked to find the offload. It ricocheted off a couple of sets of hands. It came into the in-goal area, and the Widnes player eventually kicking it dead. And he must have given somewhere that there was a knock-on for Featherstone, because the scrum feed is given to Widnes, and Springer was so close. You imagine if he just kept going and kept his arm, just gone low there, he would have scored, but wanted to try and find support play. Couldn't quite do so. Widnes got a man in the picture, and in the end, Featherstone come up with a knock-on. Widnes off that scrum win will play it through Ryan Ince. So we're approaching the last 6 minutes of this one. Still Widnes 0, Featherstone 8. Ball comes out to Lyons. Lyons scragged to the ground. Great inside defence there from Brad Day. Johnston. Out it comes to Gilmore. Gilmore, he throws an awful forward pass straight into the arms now of Bussey, who just swats a couple and keeps hold of it himself. Great play from Gadwin Springer there, just manhandled Gilmore, who ended up throwing an awful rushed pass. As Albert comes back onto the field. Sami Kabula still not being used by Featherstone, as Arnold takes the big carry there. A quick play of the ball, and he wins the 6 again for his side. So into the line goes Reynolds. Reynolds got one already. He's going to go very close. He goes down half a metre short there. Day tries to pinch one out of dummy half. Brad Day, as he got to the line, they've managed to hold him up, I think, on that far side. The referee confirms it. And Day will just take his time to go back 10 metres there to play it. Just limping a little bit there, Brad Day. Don't know whether that's a bit of sportsmanship from the experienced back rower. Eventually plays it. 5 minutes to go here. Featherstone in the box seat. Nakabawai. Plays it 10 out. Arnold. The ball comes out to Eden. Quick play for Maddox. Maddox left the ball behind, and the pass wasn't quite where it needed to be. It was slightly behind the young winger. Eden had shuffled a quick ball on. That hits Jeffrey on the chest. Jeffrey scores in the corner. And Featherstone this time in the last few minutes just guilty of squandering their own chances with the ball. But Featherstone still crucially lead by the 2 scores. And Widnes are going nowhere at the wrong end of the field here as they're pushed back. Still inside their own 10. Fleming beats the first tackle of Springer, but can't get away from the attention of Bowes. Bowes, run his blood to water in the middle, comes up with the effort again as the ball comes wide now, trying to get on the outside of his man. Is Lloyd Roby into the game for the final few minutes here. The pass, quick pass back to Brand. Brand through the middle of the line. He's almost through the line there, and he's put to ground in a tackle from Jeffrey. There was desperate tackle from Maddox Jeffrey. Widnes coming forward here. They've got Featherstone backpedaling. The ball back inside to Lyons. What a tackle that is to close the door from Gadwin Springer. That'll be the last one. 20 metres out. Big kick coming here. Comes out to Gilmore. Eden's dropped the ball behind him, and he takes the ball, he recovers and puts it over the dead ball line and concedes a goal line dropout. Heart in the mouth stuff from the Featherstone fullback, but he manages to shuffle it dead. And Featherstone will use every second of the shot clock here before dropping this kick back out. Well, there's 4 minutes to go here at the DCBL Stadium. Widnes 0, Featherstone 8. Apologise that we can't give you an exact time count. The stadium clock not running exactly in line with the game. As the dropout comes, and Kirk has the ball for his side. Some tired-looking defenders coming forward for Featherstone. As we are just inside, could possibly be inside the final couple of minutes here. We're not 100% sure. Final few minutes as Widnes look to attack the line. Still haven't scored in this game as Lyons gives the ball out now to Roberts. What a tackle that is. Once again, from Ben Reynolds' first contact over the top was Brad Day with Nakabawai. Lyons, centre field it comes, Johnston, out it comes to Gilmore. Gilmore fires the pass out to Brand. Brand beats the first man, gives it to Ince. Ince has put a foot in touch, and what a play that is from Minikin to put him on the touchline. And once again, throughout the entire game, Featherstone just will not let up. They refuse to let their line be broken. And they managed to get Ince on the outside of Jeffrey, but Minikin came again and just got hold of enough of Ince to put a boot on the touchline. And the chance once again goes begging for Widnes. Featherstone keep their line intact. This will surely be a scrum now for Featherstone. Stadium clock has now hit 80 minutes, but the stadium clock crucially hasn't been stopping when we've had stoppages in play, so we make it probably just a couple of minutes left here. Score still remains. Widnes 0, Featherstone 8. We've just got a bit of a stoppage here. There's an incident on report here. It's not going to change the outcome of what's happening in the game here. It still will be a scrum feed to Featherstone, but there is an incident on report. Featherstone are on the verge here of one of their biggest wins of the season, one of their most important wins of the season. They'll play the ball 10 metres out. Hardcastle with that first carry. Plays it 20 out. Minikin was the hero on that last defensive play for Featherstone. Stopped Ince in the corner. Eden to the 30. Comes forward again now. Arnold. Featherstone so far doing this with 16 players. Sammy Kabula still not being used. Reynolds goes for the early kick here. He's gone for the 40-20 and he's put it out on the full, Ben Reynolds. Possibly the first thing that he's done wrong all game. And we'll turn over possession for Widnes. Widnes have the ball here on the Featherstone 30. It's Roby trying to go through the line, put to ground there by, I believe that's Danny Addy, who's been left on the ground. A little bit of cramp for Addy perhaps. Ball comes out to Owens. Owens on to Roberts. Roberts is rounded up there in the tackle of Reynolds, 10 metres out. Final stages of this one. Gilmore, flat pass there for Lannan, looking for the offload, couldn't find the offload. Great tackle underneath there from Greg Minikin. And Addy, all over the top of him, gives away a 6 again. Flat pass there for Ince. Ince's ball and all tackle there from Jeffrey. Good tackle from Jeffrey. Good battle between those two wingers today. It's Johnston, back through the centre. Owens, it out to Lyons gives it to Fleming. Fleming beats one, cuts back in field, and he's put on the ground there in the end by Reynolds. Owens to Gilmore. Gilmore, the kick coming over the top here, looking for Ince, and Ince is pushed before the ball came to him, and it's a penalty given against Featherstone. And I think you have to say probably just about the right decision. The ball had bounced up from Gilmore into the path of Ince, but he was knocked off his stride by Maddox Jeffrey. And nothing more than a penalty. So on the clock, we've got a good 3 or 4 minutes after the 80 minutes has elapsed here, but as I mentioned, we have had a few stoppages for injuries. And this, you feel, is Widnes' last chance as they come from left to right. Fleming is upended again. What a tackle from Reynolds. Reynolds has just been everywhere defensively. As Lyons, flat pass there. The ball is knocked down by Widnes. The play carries on as Lannan finds an untidy offload for Brand, who drops the ball. And it's a knock-on, but it's given as a penalty. A Widnes player taken out in back play. And the pressure is just relentless here on Featherstone. The Widnes man has been taken off the ball apparently. We're trying to work out who that is. Could be Jordan Johnston down on the ground. It is Johnston, who's swiftly back to his feet. And I'm not sure who the man was who was penalised. We were watching the play unfold further out, but it was pulled back for a Springer again here, is it? Springer's going to be sent to the bin again here. Another yellow card for Gadwin Springer. So twice in one game, one in each half. So Featherstone will finish this game with 12 men once again. What have Widnes got in attack? Can Featherstone find the response in defence once again? Their defence has been heroic so far in this game as Owens, the siren sounds, this will be the last play of the game as Lannan is tackled with the ball, and jubilation for Featherstone Rovers as James Ford high-fives his players on the sideline, and why wouldn't you? It's been heroic defensive effort, and I don't use that term lightly. They've come here to 4th place Widnes Vikings with a side with plenty of players missing, plenty of players playing out of position today, with 2 sin binnings in the game. Gadwin Springer is second, of course, in the final few seconds of the game. And they have humbled Widnes Vikings on their own pitch. They refuse to give in. They refuse to let their line be breached. Featherstone's easily their best defensive display of the season so far. They took the lead just before half-time with a converted try to Ben Reynolds, and as was in keeping with this game, been a tight clash all the way through. The only points in the second half coming from the boot of Ben Reynolds with a penalty goal leaves the full-time score here at the DCBL Stadium. It's Widnes Vikings 0, Featherstone Rovers 8. Featherstone march back into the playoff places of the Championship with an absolutely sensational defensive display. Thank you very much for listening. Have a good afternoon.